Hey there, guys. I just recorded a 27-minute video, and my goodness, I had my Blue Yeti literally dangling right by my face and had my AirPods in at the same time, and it decided to record it on the AirPods for some fucking reason, even though I'd selected the Blue Yeti, and it sounded like chucking a trash can down a fucking alleyway. It sounded like shit. But anyway, I'm just gonna. If you can hear my voice is a bit hoarse right now, it's because I just went off into a bit of a rage about it, but it's all good. I just wanted to make a quick video about something that happened a couple of days ago, which has really shifted my perspective on life and how you should raise your children and how you should plan for when it's your time to be running the show and how you don't want to be the T-boy. You do not want to be 40, 50, 60 years old and still being treated like a T-boy. Now, the other day, I absolutely fucked my tire up. I was cycling around in the dark and the tire got busted. I don't know. My mum's bloke, who's alright, the other day he fucking pissed in the water trinklet that you used to water flowers in. And I messaged him about it after I got his fucking piss on my hand. He pissed in it, and I got his piss on my hand, and basically I messaged him about it, and I go, "Oh yeah, did you piss in that?" Because the water came out all fucking green and stinking and shit. And he goes, "Yeah, it's my outdoor toilet." And he used that emoji, whichever one that is. And I was like, this guy's a fucking idiot. This guy's almost 50 years old doing this shit. We've got grass and we got all sorts of stuff to piss on, and he pissed in that after messaging my mum, "Oh, please water the flowers." Oh my goodness, mate. No good deed goes unpunished. But anyway, I'm living here rent free, so fuck it. He's alright. But he said it wasn't a matter of puncture. He said the tyre's knackered. It's fucked. So you gotta go replace it. Now, I won't say where we live, but we live in a very remote, quite nice area actually. Where we live is nice. It's not even a city. But we did drive to the smallest city in all of England, and that is Wells. I don't know if I think in order to be a city, a place has to have a church and a certain amount of people, or something along those lines. I don't know all of the qualifications, pardon me, but we basically drive to Wells, and Wells is a affluent area. Well, it's at least decent. I mean, everywhere in the UK you're gonna have riff-raff and shit munchers, aren't you? But Wells is all right. And basically, I don't know if it's because I was there with my mum, but the moment we got there, I got a premonition. As we were getting out of the car, I got a premonition that some shit ain't right. Now, the thing is, when you're out with your mum as a bloke, it's a very unique circumstance. Like, I'm not afraid of getting banged out or fighting someone. Obviously, I'm not a violent person. I'm not saying I'm some badass either. But I'm not particularly frightened about it. Even if I lost, I'd be fine. But if I get banged out and then my mum has no one to defend her, then that is something else entirely. That to me is like the stuff of nightmares. So we get out. We have to go get a new tire from Halfords. Now, if you live outside of the UK, then Halfords is basically where you can go and get your car fixed, you can get like helmets, you can get bicycles and shit. You can get all sorts in Halfords. It's actually not too bad in there, to be fair. And like I said, I had a premonition, even though we were in a safe area, that something was wrong. Now, we walk inside, and I see this really weird looking 13, 14-year old, no disrespect to the young lad, when I say he was weird, it's nothing to do with the kid personally. It was just the demeanor. He looked like one of those kids who's like a mute. He didn't look like he'd been getting his ass beaten or anything. He looked like he just seemed off. Anyway, now basically we're standing around just looking at the bicycles, looking at tires and shit and helmets and whatever. You know, sometimes in a shop you just meander about a little bit, and we go to basically ask for some help, and it's really understaffed in there. I think a lot of things in the UK are getting shitified. Like back in the day in the UK, it felt like things were just so much better. I won't even go into the migration because I can't even be bollocks, but basically they're short-staffed, and we hear this guy who is really angry. Really angry. This guy was anywhere from 40 to about 58. I know that's a broad range, but I don't know if booze had been really fucking this man up. But what I will say is he was huge. I'm 6'3", 6'4", in between that range, and he was a inch or a couple inches taller than me, and as thick as Jonah Lomu. He was huge, like huge. Oh man, this guy was fucking massive, and he is shouting his head off, and basically there's this bold bloke who works in Halfords who is no doubt on minimum wage, on a shit wage, just working a job that he probably doesn't want. He said he was the manager, but he's still... Who the fuck wants to work at Halfords? Let's be real. Like, these jobs, we do them so we can put food in our stomachs. No one wants to work these jobs. They're shit. And this guy, this big bastard, he starts giving this guy a fucking ear beating. And the moment I heard his tone, my mum was in front of me and I just pulled her behind me. And to be honest, mate, I'm not some hero. I'd like to be. When my mum's safety's in jeopardy, I'm going to be extremely selfish. I'm going to be a selfish bastard. I don't give a fuck what happens as long as we get home all right. Sorry to say, there are other circumstances where there'd be no choice but to step in. If a kid was getting fucked up by a grown man, I would. I don't give a shit. I don't care who it is. I would risk life and limb. Some things are worth dying for, but this guy's just angry as fuck. Like, terribly angry. So stupidly angry, I couldn't believe it. And let's be real, I think about... This is what I think about the UK. There's a lot of blokes like this. It wasn't really about Halfords. The topic of the day was that he'd been made to wait for a long time. And they were short-staffed. But what I think it is how common mental illness and shit like that is in the UK, and lifestyle choices, boozing, bravado, shit like that. Miserable jobs where you and your missus have to work full time. And the moment that I saw this big bastard, I understood why the kid was a mute. And I found out straight away that was his son. And this manager was like 5'7", bald, working in Halfords on a minimum wage. Oh my goodness. And they're going nose to fucking nose. And my mum tried chiming in and said, can we just keep it calm in here? And I'm like, Mum, please stay out of this, because not being funny, if shit hits the fan here, who the fuck else is who's gonna jump in but me? There was like a couple women in there, a kid, and a bunch of blokes who were just... I don't even think there was many blokes in there. There might have been like 2 other blokes in there. And I just knew I'm going to get fucking dragged into this. There's no doubt about it. So I was telling my mum, be quiet, Mum. Keep calm, Mum. Don't get involved. Just don't get involved. They can call the police. There's cameras out the ass. This is none of our business. And my mum, oh fucking hell, as this guy left, she tried giving him a little bit of jip. She goes, patience is a virtue. And my mum's got a really annoying voice. Like, she shrieks. She's got a fucking annoying voice, mind. No disrespect to her, but it's just, that is an objective fact. Her voice is annoying as fuck. And when she said that, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna come back. And now we're the centre of attention. Brilliant. But he just pissed off. But I didn't really put into words how tense it was in there over the minutiae, over bullshit, over handbags. This guy, I'm not being funny. They would call the police because this is what this guy was like. He was one of these blokes who says he's acting like a fucking knobhead, and they say they're gonna call the police on him, and then he's like, call them. What? I've done nothing wrong. That's exactly, you know, those types of people. I've done nothing wrong. Just accountability-less fucking wankers. And shit, man. Me and my mum were talking about it, and she asked me, and bearing in mind, I've done weight training for years. I'm stronger than most people, and I've done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for years as well. And my mum asked me, if it kicked off, do you reckon you could deck him? And I thought, shit, I don't know. I really don't know. If it got to the ground, I'm pretty sure I'd strangle him unless he's some, you know, judoka or some shit. And who knows? Like, this is the thing. Martial arts training has never been more prolific. There has never been in human history more humans training martial arts than they do now. That guy could have trained boxing for 7 years. You know, you don't know who these people are. And I think women just have no concept of real life being a man and how your words can get you into deep fucking trouble. My goodness, my eyes are so fucking itchy, mate. Oh my god. Christ. But I was just thinking, like, the gym I train at currently does Muay Thai classes, and I was thinking I need to start going to those, because maybe with a bloke like that, you don't want to be grappling. You need to do something extremely violent that's going to end the altercation in 2 seconds, or at least have it and not need it, than need it and not have it. That question my mum posed to me really did get me thinking, and I really feel far more motivated to train than I did prior to that. I want to put on 10 kilos of muscle after that, because I realized even in this, you know, even in this world, which is feminized and gynocentric, all it takes is one bad day and your ass is grass. You're dead. You got blood on the brain. You know, you're fucked up. Um, and it just, the way that he picked on this bloke as well, it made me realize strength is such a valuable currency even today. It never will be without strength. Your strength, physical strength, is just one facet of power. And man's quest for power ain't going fucking nowhere. Oh man. But seeing this guy worked at Halfords, even though he's the manager, seeing him get treated like the T-boy when he was over the age of 40, he might have even been 50, fuck knows. I was just thinking, shit, I got to pull my finger out. I've really got to pull my finger out. And God willing, if I'm ever blessed enough to have children, I want to have a lot of them. I want to have a huge family with one woman, 7 kids, or, well, 5 or 7, like loads of kids. But I want to do some, like, what's Khabib's father? Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, where he put them all into martial arts super young. I think you can take the bulk of school that we're taught in this country. School in this country, in the UK, is how to be a fucking drone simulator. That's what this shit really is. They don't teach you, beyond teaching you how to read, write, do maths, and learn English and things of that nature. Really, they don't teach you fuck all about the outside world. And for all the parents out there who care about their kids and put them into things like learning the guitar or learning a second language, your kid might be walking with his girlfriend one day in a car park, and the guitar lessons won't do him a damn bit of favour then. I think every young lad in this country, it should be passed into law. We should be taught in schools how to. I think Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, Judo. Fucking hell, my eyes are so itchy, man. Shit. Ugh. But seeing that guy get treated like the T-boy, I thought my kids are going to be training out the ass from the time they're young. Because I never want them to get treated like that. And when you don't have martial arts skills and you can't fight and you're not physically strong, as that bloke wasn't, it's like Lord of the Flies out here. It is literally like Lord of the Flies. And it made me think about money. Money, the best thing that it can do is insulate you from being treated like a T-boy as a man. It's a woman's nature to submit to men. This is why I don't want the woman I one day I'm gonna marry to have a job. Because she's just gonna spend the bulk of her day submitting to another man, telling her what to dress, the dress code, what time she has to be there, all this other bullshit, and she's gonna be submitting to him instead of me. That's crap. That's why the fucking reproduction rates are so low. It's because people can't afford shit. That's why. It's not some mystery. It's not about dating apps. It's because men can't afford to take care of a family by themselves. So, unless you're extremely attractive, you've basically been made redundant. A lot of men. Seriously. Before women could earn an income, they needed men. But a lot of women, in terms of day to day life, don't need men until later when they're all alone. And then they're fucked. And that's no good for anyone, trust me. I know a lot of guys are red pill and bitter as fuck, but I don't think that's good for anyone, mate. That's a race to the bottom. Um, but my goodness, mate, to you guys out there, put some provisions in place. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't get treated like a T-boy. Make sure when you're 40 plus, you're not getting treated like a T-boy when you're meant to be running the fucking show. And learn how to fight and just get some strength as well. Because there is nothing worse for a man than that. That is why sexual violence against men is so destroying. These little jumped up bastards say, oh yeah, when a guy gets raped in prison, oh, that guy took his manhood. Like, that's the discussion around shame. Just please, guys, insulate yourself from shame and insulate yourself from getting treated like a T-boy and protect your kids. If you can, and you've got a good head on your shoulders, try and put provisions in place so that they don't have to get indoctrinated in the fucked up school system that they got going on now in the UK. Because if you're white and heterosexual, this country hates you. They hate you. If you're a white heterosexual man in this country fucking hates you. You are the root of all evil in their eyes. You are the root of all evil. They want you to just join the army and get blown to fucking bits whilst you get replaced in your own country. Insulate yourself, guys. Get strong as can be. Get as strong as can be. Not just for now, but for the longevity. And my goodness, I hope no one ever has to get treated like the T-boy, like that bloke in Halfords did. And I really hope that guy is doing all right, because that was fucked. That was bad, man. But anyway, I maybe I didn't tell this story too good, but I tell you what though, gut feelings, the fact that that thing happened right after I had that gut feeling, it's just another example of why you should trust that shit. If you think your best mate is plotting against you and you've got a real gut feeling about it, if you think that he actually doesn't want you to do well, if he's like talking you out of going to the gym and you've got a gut feeling, this motherfucker don't want me to do well, he would be happy that we just languish in just shit creek without a paddle. Then when you get that gut feeling, you got to trust it. And if you got a gut feeling that a woman that you're dating is really bad for you, then fuck her off as well. Because human beings are incredibly perceptive. If we were to talk right now, me and you, and we were to chop it up, and a serial killer walked up to us and just started making conversation, after he walked away, or even before he'd walked away, we'd think, man, there was something fucking up with that bloke. And there's a whole spiritual side to this stuff. I've had dreams that have come true the very next day. I had a dream about these shorts that I bought in Thailand. They only did them for 1 year. This exact design, because I went back to Koh Phangan. They were full moon party shorts, and I only went back to that bit just because I wanted to buy the shorts because they were so good, and I had such great times in them. Thailand in 2019, probably the best 2 months of my life. It's almost like life completely changed before and after that trip. Seriously. Um, but basically, I had a dream about these shorts, um, and at the time I was weak as piss. And in my dream, I was squatting, which I very rarely did. I didn't do legs very often, and I remember it clearly. The shorts popped, and they popped like a balloon. And then the next day, I went to the nearest gym, not far from here, and the exact thing happened. They popped distinctly, and it was the exact pair of shorts from the nightmare before. So I think there's a whole spiritual aspect to this stuff, which I won't get into. But trust your gut feelings, guys, and I really hope you guys stay safe out there, eh?